Welcome, guys. Today we're actually gonna go through exactly how to change your complete life in 1 year. Gonna do a full turnaround. Gonna change everything we do. Go from zero to a winner in 1 year. I'm gonna give you the inside secrets on how I did it and how you can too. So follow along. I was back in I think 2014. I was a loser gamer, absolute loser. All I did was play League of Legends all day. Every weekend I got home, every day I got home, League of Legends, just playing video games, video games, video games, And what's funny with this picture though is that this is actually after I started my transformation. I got a job, I started gymming. We'll get back to that. But this is the only picture I have that is this close to the start before I started, transforming. And but at the point when I was like down low, I drank like four sodas each weekend. My diet was complete shit. Just sitting in, hoodie on, gaming, drinking soda, no water, no health. I was shy, insecure, and all I wanted to do really all day was just snuggle up in a fucking blanket and just be comfortable. I just wanted to, because my dream was actually to just escape because the whole thing and head off to Fiji, an island, and lie in a hammock all day. That's what I wanted. That was loser mentality, absolute loser mentality. I didn't recognize that at the time, of course, but I know that now. Um, Norway. I was super depressed because Norway, it's very dark, it's cold during the winter, and all I did was just I had my headset on, I listened to music, I covered myself up in this hoodie, and I was basically like, please let it end, please let it end. I just wanted to, I went to school and I dreamt of going home, gaming, and just woof, being comfortable, right? But soon I started to make the change, and after 1 year, I looked like this. You know, I see I have built some muscle. It's not that obvious because of course in this picture I have a shirt on, but there has been some drastic muscle gain for sure after 1 year here. This was just after I joined the military, so I'm quite lean because I went through the basic training, so I'm still quite lean. But I always have had the problem of building muscle rather than losing fat. Some people are the opposite. They're like, it's easy to build muscle, but also build fat. And the opposite, like me, is like difficult to build muscle, but also difficult to gain fat. So, that was me, you see. But there's still some muscle gain after that. We'll get back to the gym and everything. So my confidence grew. I got good with girls. Not super good, but the girls were attracted to me in the military, especially. You know, broke a few hearts, maybe not. No, but it was a complete change in just a year, just above a year. Completely new person, unrecognizable from the start. And today, you know, this is 8.5 years later, basically, from that start. Uh, Disclaimer on the left there is that I didn't really want to put it in the video. I was like, should I put this in? Because I look absolutely unnatural there, which but I am natural. I get questions about this sometimes. Are you actually a natural? Yes, I've been natural my whole life. Never touched anything that could resemble a steroid or some SARM or peptide. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, no, never, ever, ever. Although I will be honest, I have considered it. I've been close to doing it sometimes, but never. You know. So this is me today, and why am I showing you today when like the transformation is just 1 year, right? This is 8.5 years. Nico, why are you showing me this? Well, the principles that I will show you right now, they will help you to eventually and possibly, if you want to, go from zero to this, right? 8.5 years later, incredible physique, incredible skill. You see in the middle there with the striking, poof, and also a savage military man, as you see on the right there. Look at that rifle. I'm so proud of that rifle. Was so cool. Really good picture as well. The whole picture doesn't show, but it's like a whole full sunset and everything. Maybe you've seen it somewhere else. It's really good. So it's a complete transformation, zero to hero, and this is how we did it. Boom. I was lucky with this because I was such a loser that when everyone started partying and doing drugs, I didn't have any social circles. I didn't even follow along. So maybe that's was a blessing in disguise. Me being so depressed and everything because I no friends, no nothing, just gaming, and I missed out on all this. But the fact that I missed out on it gives me a power as well because I've seen how bad drugs, partying, and alcohol what it makes you. You know, I left them all behind. You know, I still talk to some of them. Who started doing this, and they're way behind. Physique wise, mentality wise. Stop partying, stop doing drugs because it kills ambition. They have no ambition. If you're doing this, you kill all ambition because you become so comfortable and you like it so much, that all the partying, all the stuff. And we're not talking about enjoying a glass of wine twice a week here. We're talking about like degeneracy partying type stuff. You get what I mean. It ruins your social skills because eventually you become so used to having a fucking drink in your hand that you can't converse normally with people. This is something I've noticed. People who are like on the partying side, they're so bad socially. You can just sense like they're uncomfortable in their own skin. So stopping this makes you more comfortable. You go sober wherever you are, and you just go with the flow. And what's also good about this is that I hear this all the time. Or I did hear all the time, is that I was so drunk and I did this. Oh, I was so drunk and I did that. Right, but that's not an excuse, right? This is not an excuse to do anything, to be bad socially or anything. You listen, this doesn't work. So you become dependent on this high, this drug, to carry you through social conversation, right? They say also that it helps you loosen up and become more social. Yeah, well, you don't think there's a back end to that, like a negative to it too? Yeah, you become dependent on it. You become like socially retarded. And as I said, I haven't experienced this myself, like been there, like being the one who goes to all the parties, being like the degenerate. But I've seen all the people who does and how I left them all behind socially, mentally, physically. So that's how I know. It also destroys your body, of course, right? You lose days of recovery, you lose days of training. You might say that, oh, Nico, well, I was only a hangover for a day. It didn't really affect my training. Well, yeah, it did. You lost a day. Too bad. You lost a day of training. Could have trained. You didn't. It wasn't optimal. But yeah, as we said, we're not talking about the 2 glasses of wine a week here, like the, the good times. Not that I know of that either, but I know that people who can actually treat this stuff with respect. And we're talking about not talking about that. We're talking about the degenerate party culture, immersing yourself into party type stuff. That's not good. You need to start gymming immediately. If you're not in the gym, or if you are in the gym but you're not taking it seriously enough, you need to get dialed in. Right? Immersion. That means reading about it, watching videos. Watch some of my videos. Getting deep into this gym stuff, learning to eat right. What happens is that you start doing this instead of all the partying. You start doing this instead of all the bad things. It replaces the bad when you start doing gym. Also, a physique is like, I think it's the one thing that you can't lack in life: a good body. If there's one thing you can't lack, it's this. So, like, if I was to choose all the skills I have, maybe social skills, business, whatever, right? If it was one skill or thing, or if I would have to go without anything but something, it would be this. I would, take this any day of the week. Being able to, build my body, use my body, because that's the purest, the most basic thing. And this is what you need to do as well. You need to start going gym, learn about sets and reps. And if you need help with this, start going gym or leveling up in the gym, then click the link in my description and we'll talk. Okay. So yeah, and also on the eat thing, just try and avoid sugars. No 4 Cokes a weekend. No 4 sodas. No soda pops. Whatever. Try and my tip is, like, I really enjoy fruit. I like fruit, pineapple, and I try to use that as a snack instead of the sugary stuff. So it's still sugar, but it's fruit. So I feel good. I feel good when I eat it. And so will you. Drink more water instead of the sodas, also the flavored sparkling water really helps. And the thing is, once you stop uh, consuming so much sugar, is that you kind of start to resent it after a while, the sugar itself, because it becomes so sweet when you finally go back. If you go back to it, it becomes so sweet, sweeter than anything you've tasted. And so the the sparkling water with the flavor, it becomes like really good. It becomes like a soda, a mild soda, a good soda. So I really enjoy those. Get in the gym, boom. Number three is helping your friends and family. Right? We as individuals are naturally a bit selfish. You know, we're a bit lazy, selfish. So doing this, it helps you build relations. Of course, it teaches you how to just be present, and it gets you out of your own head. The one thing that, with depression and all this stuff, is that it's very egotistical. You think you're so important. You think you're very important by being so depressed and oh, the world, wow, hates me and what that. No one cares about you. So you need to get out of your head. And the fastest way to do this is by doing something for someone else. Go help out your mother with the trash. Help her cook a meal. Go help out your father with the car. Go help your brother with something. Go help your friend move a couch. Anything that doesn't involve you. You need to stop being so egotistical and getting out of the rut and helping others. And also, it's, you know when you want to start leveling up, one of the things you need to learn is how to be, social, how to connect socially with people. And you need to know the subtle cues that no one really tells you about. No one can tell you this. You need to experience it, and the best way to do it is to start at absolute basic level, and is that to learn how to communicate well with close friends and family, because there's stuff to learn there. And once you can master that and just be comfortable and be, then you can take it at the next level. Okay, and you can approach people in the street and, greet people and everything. That's the way to go about it. So get out of your own zone and help out with small stuff. It doesn't have to be the biggest stuff. It can just be small stuff. Be there for the ones who care about you. And yeah, that's number three. Number four, I don't really want to talk a lot about, because this is not some Hamza's self improvement channel where we talk about nofap. I've already stated this, but you stop doing this. You stop jerking off, okay? Because it kills your drive, right? After you nut, you always feel like fucking lazy. You feel fucking tired, right? So it's obvious this is bad for you. Like, that's why I don't talk about it that much, because this should be obvious stuff. The fact that it kills drive, and when you stop doing it, it gives you the confidence. It gives you that glow of confidence. This is something I noticed a lot. It gives you that glow of confidence. And also, this last point, girls become beautiful. um, when you're used to seeing all these models and stuff online, you, all the girls in your real life, they aren't that attractive. But when you stop with this, the girls become beautiful, and your world becomes beautiful. Because who doesn't, like beautiful women? Being able to look at a woman, oh, this is a beautiful woman, right? Beautiful woman, they're a delight. So, and you know, it's just good. It's just good. Stop this stuff right now, right? I'm a bit prudish maybe on this stuff. I don't like talking about it, but it's obvious. Next, which is ironic, because we just talked about girls becoming beautiful and stuff, but you should not, engage like in relationships and stuff. If you're all in a relationship, take care of that. I don't care. You know, but you should focus on yourself. Just 1 year. It doesn't have to be longer than that. Just 1 year. Focus on yourself. Build up your body. Build up your charisma. Build up your mentality. Everything with these lessons, right? And then you can start approaching women again, because, as it says, it throws you off your path. Okay, they wanna, have Netflix nights, and they need emotional support and all this stuff, right? Which is, it's nice and all, but right now it's a bad time, because you're on this path to leveling up for 1 year, and that's the least, like the last thing you need. It's something that throws you off like that. You need to be able to say, okay, no, because I have to go train. No, I have to eat my meal. No, I have to read, right? Reading is also a good point, right? You should read something. I'll list some books down in the description just for you. And you can always get back to them later. So after we've done with this 1 year, we transformed ourselves, right? We can always start dating again, right? It's not like I completely do not care about girls right now, like 8.5 years later, but you have to build up to it, you know. And also, I'll tell you this: there's no point dating if you're a loser, right? Because you get no respect, you have no body, no mentality. So either you're gonna end up a simp, or they're just gonna find someone who's better than you. So you need to take care of yourself first, then you can get whichever woman you want. That should be enough motivation for you to do this. So this is pretty simple, but it's not easy. Okay, the number one thing I will tell anyone, and I get this question from a lot of young guys. They come to me, Nico, I'm young, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and the number one thing I tell them is that you just need to say no to people, because people want you. They want you to hang around and go to parties, drink, do all this dumb stuff, right? And you need to be able to have the courage to say no to that. You say, okay, no, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing that. And yeah, you're gonna piss some people off, but it's worth it. That's another thing with the drinking point, is that if they just care about having you around as a drinking friend, they're not really your friends. They don't care about you. If they just want someone to drink with, and they don't care about you unless you drink, right? Then you need to cut them out ruthlessly and with no mercy, because they don't deserve to be in your life. So you can do this. I believe in you. You got this. Look at this transformation, guys. You can go from skinny nerd, or if you've just been in the gym for like a year but you're not taking it seriously, you can go to that, to an absolute behemoth of a man, right? So it's absolutely possible. I've done it. I've seen people who've done it. I'm coach people who are in the process of doing it. So I think you can do it too. 1 year to change your life for the rest of your life. I mean, the possibilities after this is just beyond what you could imagine. Your perspective of everything becomes like wide open after you start applying some simple basic rules. And this stuff isn't about doing more usually. It's about cutting out the distractions and the other things that are plaguing your life. So you cut out the parties, you cut out the dumb stuff, and you focus on key elements of life. Gymming, friends and family, leveling up your social skills, all this basic stuff. You do that for 1 year, and then you can add on more, right? But we have to take it to the absolute bare level before we can do that. This is something I learned in special forces too. This is not something I've learned throughout the military. It starts with how to hold the fucking gun, right? And then you learn how to put the magazine in. And then you learn to do this. And then you learn advanced drills where you can do this with the rifle and go ba 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 ba, right? You can do hostage rescue like I have. You can do deliberate close quarter battles like I have. It's something we'll build up to, but we need to start at the basics, and this is the basics. So do this, you won't be disappointed. If you need help with this, as I mentioned, you can check out the link in the description, whether it be your fitness, or if you just want me to be your accountability partner for this and get some inside tips on how I did it and how I'm still doing it. So with that, take care, God bless, go transform yourself, and boom, poof.